I like video games. Okay, I know that's not really a very controversial opinion, and it's just kind of an obvious opinion because I am a 21-year-old guy who's grown up with computers and stuff like that. And that's just a normal opinion to have. But I never really played video games very much for a long, long time. I did a bit in high school, obviously, because you just sort of do. Like, I had like a Tekkit server with some of my friends, and I had, I remember like a couple of friends coming over to my house and we'd play like Call of Duty, we'd play Civ 5 or something like that. But I've never really got into like story-based games like The Last of Us or anything like that. But recently, I've discovered something. Well, I haven't discovered something. A streamer I like was using it, and so I decided I'd have a go too. It's called GeForce Now. It's like an Nvidia thing, and they're not paying me to make this video, but they should, because I really like it, and I would recommend it to anybody. Basically, my computer is a crap old MacBook, which has got like some new upgraded hardware and stuff inside it, but it's still a 2013 MacBook, so it can't really handle games in any sort of meaningful way, but it can handle GeForce Now, and it kind of just... Right, the idea is, it links you, using your computer, to like a big fancy computer at Nvidia headquarters or whatever, and using that sort of, it's almost like a live stream from your computer to that computer, like a virtual computer that you're playing games on. And it sounds like a convoluted system, but it's really easy. I've had no trouble with it at all. There's a lot of inbuilt features. It's just really good. And get this, I decided to splurge, and I treated myself, and I bought Assassin's Creed 2 Deluxe for £3, because I'm just that, I'm pushing the boat out. Assassin's Creed 2 is like meant to be the best one. I've never played any of the other, in fact no, I played a bit of the first one on my Xbox 360 about a million years ago, and I liked it enough that I thought, oh, we'll play the others, but I never really got into it. But yeah, I bought Assassin's Creed 2 for £3, and I've been playing it on GeForce Now, and it's really good. It's made me realise why people like playing video games. Does that make sense? I know that's a bit of a strange thing, but it's a weird sort of, it's a movie that you're in. I'm saying things now that are really obvious, but it's just like a new revelation to me, and I'm quite excited about it, and I wanted to share it. It's almost as though it takes me out of like this room that I'm sitting in playing video games, and instead I am actually in Florence. I know that sounds stupid, but like it's something quite sort of relaxing and escapist type thing to be sat here with like my headphones on, listening to a podcast, and I'm drinking a beer and I'm playing Assassin's Creed or something, and it's just really good. It's really relaxing. The thing is, if you've clicked on this video, which is called video games, you probably like video games, so I probably don't have to convince you about the virtues of video games, but it's a new thing that I've recently started enjoying, so I wanted to share this tiny little victory in my leisure time with the world. So I hope you like the tiny little leisure time victory.
That's a curious little...
You will not get me, assassino! Back! Guardie!
The thing is, I think the reason I never got into games before this is that I'm not very good at video games. Not, and I don't mean that in some confusing sort of way that I think you need an innate skill. My point is I'm not very patient. So, while I think you need for a lot of sort of classic platformer type video games, you need to be able to say, oh right, well, I did this wrong, I'll do it differently next time. Oh, I did this wrong, I'll do this, and so on and so on. And it's like a process of getting better and better and better. And I think when I was like a teenager and I was starting to play video games and all my friends were playing video games and stuff, I think I didn't really have that at that point. I think I was just kind of an impatient teenager. And then now I think maybe I have that a little bit better, or maybe I don't, I'm making this up completely, but it's this concept of like, not being very good, but sort of just enjoying being along for the ride almost. I think that's something that I'm quite enjoying and I'm quite discovering is good.
Is there something in you, friend?
He'll hurt someone pulling stunts like that.
I think the reason that a lot of people don't quite understand the hype about video games, aside from it being sort of a very basic sort of, almost a generational thing, like my parents' generation or my grandparents' generation might not have grown up with Xboxes or with computers that can play games, whatever it might be. But like, I think the reason people don't get it is because it's a different thing to like watching a film, which is the closest thing they perhaps can associate with playing a video game. It's because you're in the film as well. I know I'm a bit jarbled and don't make much sense, but I do hope I'm getting a decent point across. Well, whatever message you take from this bizarre, confusing video, I hope you liked it. Play Assassin's Creed 2, because it's really good. And Ezio, the main character, his uncle, is called Mario. And the introduction, he comes on and he says, "Hey, it's me, Mario!" And I think that's really good. So yeah, play Assassin's Creed 2 if you want, or don't if you don't want. Drink some water, be kind, be silly, and I think that's everything. Okay.